with no contract getting done. I'm not overly concerned. It's just you would love to see the organization and him get the deal done, get it past them, and understand and realize this is a very talented 1 through 53 top to bottom football team that if they stay healthy, they could hang with just about anybody in the NFC. Hopefully something gets done at some point.
You said 1 through 53. Keep in mind, Bucks also dealing with Pro Bowl nose tackle Vita Vea.
That's the one more
recently
concerning.
requesting a
That's
trade.
the one more concerning than the quarterback
He wants
one.
that last deal.
Sure.
And he certainly deserves it. Another nose tackle did get paid. That is Jalen Carter, the Eagles Pro Bowler, getting a 4-year, $152 million extension with $106 million guaranteed. He becomes the highest paid defensive tackle in NFL history in terms of guarantee and average salary.
All right, Adam Schefter is back. What more can you tell us, Adam?
Well, Christine, this is a situation where the Philadelphia Eagles have prioritized fortifying their defense with young talent that they can have in Philadelphia for a while. Earlier this offseason, they re-signed their defensive tackle, Jordan Davis. Now, they've re-signed Jalen Carter to a record-breaking deal that makes him the highest-paid defensive tackle in NFL history. And this could be just a warm-up for what's ahead next offseason when both Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, two standout defensive backs, both will be eligible for contract extensions. The cost of drafting as well as the Eagles have is having to pay those players and pay them before they become free agents. But the Eagles took what is sometimes a dominant defensive tackle, Jalen Carter, and took him off the market today. The conversations had been going on. They had gotten closer and closer. And as we get closer to teams actually being on field, you're seeing deals get done in a lot of places other than Tampa.
Yeah, Eagles defensive tackle Jordan Davis signed a 3-year, $78 million extension back in March. Adam, you'll be back. So the tight ends and all-pro defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons also just agreed to a 3-year, $105 million deal in June that reset the market at the position. Now, Carter blows that deal out of the water.
Dano, back with us. What do you make of Carter's extension, a record-breaking deal here?
Huge for Philadelphia. Go back to when he was drafted by them. The slide in the draft, and they're banking on the people and their culture. We want to draft this player. We think he's a game changer. They're doubling down by giving him this contract. They believe they have the right people in the building to make sure that not only on the field he continues to dominate, but off the field he continues to go about his business in the right way. This should be a top 5 defense in the NFL again, and certainly one of the best defensive lines. Jordan Davis gets locked up. Now they're locking up Jalen Carter. Nolan Smith's still there. Ojomo.
Yes.
They trade for Jonathan Grenard. So this is a defense, at least defensive line, that should look a lot like the one that you got to watch a lot in 2024 that led the NFL in sacks and led them to a Super Bowl win. It's a massive deal. You're banking on that he will continue to be healthy and the dominant player that he has been since they drafted him.
Glad you said healthy right here, because shoulder was an issue, and obviously he has been fantastic. Eagles' young defense getting paid. Jordan Davis, Quinyon Mitchell, and Cooper DeJean set for big raises next year. Much more with Dano in a bit.
And Adam Schefter back with a very busy day. Another major contract for a cornerback today. What more can you share?
Christine, the Browns and 5-time Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward have reached agreement today on a 2-year, $62.2 million extension that makes Denzel Ward, at least temporarily, the highest paid cornerback in the NFL for the second time in his career. The Browns wanted to keep Ward in Cleveland. This should enable him to potentially finish his career as a Cleveland Brown. It also really is a precursor to some other cornerback deals that we still could see this upcoming summer. Joey Porter in Pittsburgh. We have Devin Witherspoon in Seattle, Christian Gonzalez in New England. There are some cornerbacks that are in line for a big payday, and they're going to look today at the deal that the Browns gave Denzel Ward, making him the highest paid cornerback, and they're going to use that as the benchmark that they're going to try to beat this summer.
Yeah, I'm sure they're very happy that he reset the market there. Adam Schefter with the latest here on SportsCenter. Thank you, Adam.
We are following a developing story involving 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan, who was involved in a serious car accident 2 weeks ago. Shanahan broke his nose, hand, and 3 ribs. Also needed more than 40 stitches in his face. A California Highway Patrol collision report initially said that the 21-year-old driver of the other car was at fault. That person was not seriously injured. 49ers reporter Nick Wagner was there today when Kyle Shanahan addressed reporters off camera for the first time since the accident. Nick, what did Shanahan say about the accident as well as the police report?
Kevin, first of all, Kyle Shanahan was very emotional today, speaking about this accident for the first time since he suffered it. And the one thing he wanted to make clear to everyone is that this accident was his fault. Let me run you through the timeline real quick, Kevin. I got a text message this morning that said, how fast can you get to Levi Stadium? Kyle wants to clarify some things. So that was spurred on by that collision report, which indicated that the 21-year-old female driver was at fault. Kyle Shanahan wanted to correct that. We looked into further why that report was incorrect. The Palo Alto Police Department tells me this afternoon that it was a clerical error on their end. They are in the process of correcting it, where they just simply assigned the blame to the wrong person when clicking a button. Shanahan then went into the details of the accident, said he was driving about 20 miles per hour. He reached down between the seats because his phone fell down there. When he looked back up, he took his eyes off the road for a couple of seconds. It was too late to swerve. He hit a 21-year-old female driver head on, suffering all the injuries that he had, and not least of which, of course, is that concussion, which is still lingering and keeping him away from full-time duties right now.
Thankfully, both are okay. Health-wise, how did Kyle Shanahan seem when he spoke with you and this group? Because you mentioned in the beginning of this conversation that he was emotional.
Yeah, and he actually showed us at one point in the conversation, Kevin, a photo of him from the night that it happened. He spent about 8 to 10 hours at Stanford Hospital. There was plastic surgery involved, and I can tell you it was a pretty gruesome issue, but he's mostly healing up right now, Kevin. A lot of the body wounds and bruises and things like that he has gotten over, but there are a couple things that are still issues. First of all, he is wearing a cast on his left hand. He's hoping to get that off here in the near future. And then the concussion, he says it's mostly fatigue. He's having trouble staying focused for long periods of time, particularly when trying to watch film in the limited duties that he's doing right now. He said he'd love to put a date on when he's going to be back full time, but he can't do that just yet, and nothing until he gets cleared from what the Niners are calling a concussion protocol, similar to what their players have to go through to return to play.
Yeah, football takes a back seat. Just glad to hear that both drivers are okay. Nick Wagner with the latest on Kyle Shanahan after a serious car accident exactly 2 weeks ago today.
How would you describe the turnaround and what you've been able to build in a short period of time?
It'd be a hell of a movie.
You have to appreciate the greatness of this Indiana team.
Hoosiers! A century of futility is forgotten. The Indiana Hoosiers are the kings of college football.
We won the national championship at Indiana University. It can be done.
I think it's got to be one of the greatest stories we've ever seen in college football.
A magical season for the Hoosiers, but Fernando Mendoza is not walking through that door. Josh Hoover is the quarterback leading Indiana's title defense. He comes over from TCU, where he was a full-time starter the last 2 seasons. Coach Curt Cignetti talked about the new season on the Kevin Clark podcast.
I've always been a little bit on the impatient side. I don't like people wasting my time, but I'm also very organized. And reps accumulate throughout the year through spring ball and fall camp. So how often do you have to practice hitting? Right, you got to develop the culture, the mindset, and the identity of your football team. And I try to keep guys fresh, and the better they feel physically, the better they're going to be mentally. And also, a lot of the early teams I had didn't have a lot of depth, where I couldn't absorb an injury, so that's what I had to do.
Okay. This season was a summer of change in Happy Valley. James Franklin gone. Penn State saw 50 players hit the portal, 6th most among FBS programs. Nittany Lions also picked up several players in the portal, including former Cyclones quarterback Rocco Beck, who followed his head coach Matt Campbell east. And here's Campbell earlier today at Big Ten Media Days.
I think for the last 6 months we've been reminded why it was such a great fit for us at Penn State. I think the history, what it means to play there, but how you do it, the integrity, the character in the class, in its finest moments, what Penn State football has stood for really resonated with myself and certainly my background. So it really had to be a perfect fit, and that's really why.
College football reporter Heather Dinich here for much more. Heather, lots of change when you talk about Happy Valley and these Nittany Lions. I feel like they could surprise some teams. What are you hearing about the expectations for Penn State?
This is a team that could be a surprise contender for the college football playoff because the schedule is so manageable. Penn State doesn't play Ohio State. They don't play Indiana or Oregon. And they don't have a Power 4 non-conference opponent on the schedule. It's the 62nd toughest schedule in the country, which means they've got to beat USC. They've got to beat Michigan. They've got to put up some style points against those other opponents. But Matt Campbell told me earlier this year that they have talent on this team. They have special players on this team. But in order to be one of those sneaky contenders, they've got to put it all together and be able to handle adversity, because no matter how easy the schedule might look on paper, there will be obstacles that come their way.
Yeah, they have a stable quarterback in Rocco Beck. He led all active college quarterbacks in wins and second in passing yards coming into this fall. Beck and Campbell now, by the way, are new faces in this conference. It's been quite an adjustment for the last newcomer. That is Lincoln Riley and USC. The Trojans head coach is 16-10 since joining the Big Ten. He talked about the expectations entering year 3 in the conference. Listen to this.
Yeah, I've said this, multiple times. I mean, the only 2 places that I've been at a head coach at were blue blood schools that had the highest of expectations. So honestly, I've really known anything different. We're a product of our own experiences, and that's been mine. And so every year, I expect to win. I expect us to win. I expect us to compete for and win championships, and that doesn't change. I do, though, certainly will give you what has changed, is I do believe we're more equipped than at any point in the previous few years.
That is a strong line right there. Heather, you spoke with Riley today. What did he talk to you about when it comes to the pressure of this team, this program, entering the fall?
Well, I asked him specifically what is different about this year in terms of being able to handle the pressure and expectations. And he said one is the alignment within the entire athletic department all the way up to the university president. But he also expanded on having a roster being able to compete. He said he put his 2 running backs up against anybody else in the country. He's got 15 starters back, 9 on offense, including quarterback Jaden Mayava. But the last thing he told me was that he has changed. He's better as a head coach today than he was when he was at Oklahoma and he was learning on the fly how to be a head coach. And he said it's different coaching at USC because the program is different, and he's learned how to be the head coach at USC.
Jaden Mayava, one of those dark horse guys when you talk about the Heisman race. I know it's July, but one of those guys when you look at the odds. Heather Dinich live from Big Ten Media Days.
Coming up, the Cowboys look to get back on the Super Bowl trail after a 30-year drought. We'll go live to Dallas camp in California. Plus, Aaron Rodgers is in training camp for a 22nd year and a second with the Steelers. Dan Orlovsky tells us what to expect in the Steel City.
This is the Burger King Original Chicken Sandwich. Yeah, the long one. Try the classic. Or the crunchy, creamy, loaded jalapeno. Or the smoky, bacony club. This lineup is loaded with flavor for days.
Most snacks are just air, but not Planters nuts. Our peanuts have 7 grams of protein per serving and flavor that really hits. Now that's a snack with substance. Planters nuts. There's a lot in a little peanut.
How are you guys getting service out here?
Blazing fast Cricket 5G.
Nah.
Yeah, you should join Cricket. With Cricket, go from nah to Cricket 5G is on the AT&T network.
In 2 days. It's a brand new day.
You ready?
Rated PG-13.
And a blue moon.
Oh, that is a delicious looking orange slice.
You know, that's actually my son's slice. Go ahead, you can take a bite.
No!
Just kidding. That was a really good one.
The larger one is the dad.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
You're thinking about a lifetime of being her bestie when...
Dad, stop. Right here.
Right here?
Yeah, right here.
Reality hits. A new phase has arrived. Starting at age 9, ask their doctor about HPV vaccination.
New Modelo Chelada Suprema. A bold fruit drink and 2 delicious flavors. Mangonada and Tropical. Both with 8% ABV. Modelo Chelada Suprema. Bring the sabor.
And Doug.
I'm glad we could all play today.
They say tennis is great for remembering you can customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
Do they, Doug?
Well, I say it. Limu, ball me. Limu, ball me again? Again? My bad!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Deliverers, it's time to deliver meals with the great taste of Gold Peak Real Brewed Tea. Fried chicken, salads. Pizza. This is about tea so good, it's gold.
Gold Peak Real Brewed Tea for real meals.
250 reasons to choose T-Mobile. Switch and you can save $750 on the Experience Beyond plan in the first year thanks to our benefits. Guaranteed. You could use those savings to do zip lines and stuff. There's lots more reasons to go. Find yours at T-Mobile.
Guns N' Roses World Tour 2026. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Don't miss Guns N' Roses World Tour 2026.
McCormick has flavored the world for 135 years. Because one bite can do this, and this, and this. McCormick, make your best.
All pizzas at Domino's are half off this week. Yeah, that's right, all of them. So many pizzas, so many ways to get them. You can order online, go in store, or call. Get 50% off this week however you order at
Domino's.
Garden where we planted the seed. There is a tree, there's all...
The dog you loved growing up probably ate pedigree. It was good then, and it's better now. 6 health essentials, plus new nutrient-boosting Vitamin Good Bites in every bowl.
With playoffs on the horizon, it's time to lock in.
Gray and Wilson are cooking.
Every assist, every stop, every logo 3.
From beyond the logo.
Every did you see that moment?
You bet.
All of it right here. Lock in. Indiana, Seattle, tonight on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Sports Center is brought to you by the new comedy Super Troopers 3. Every shenanigan has led to this. Only in theaters August 7th. Get tickets now.
The one thing I've really love about the Cowboys fan base is it's that or nothing. I love those expectations.
Yes, now or never. Never lose sight of the goal.
Sometimes you got to go out and do some things. The Cowboys did that.
Dak Prescott, you better cash in right now while you have this opportunity.
I will prevail.
Cowboys training camp means the clock is ticking on breaking that Super Bowl drought. We're at 30 years and counting. Last year, the defense let down one of the best offenses in the league, so 5 of Dallas's 7 draft picks came on D, led by safety Caleb Downs. And we're on the scene in Oxnard, California with our Lindsay Theory. So, Lindsay, going into this training camp, a lot less drama surrounding the Cowboys. What's Jerry Jones saying about it being so quiet as players report?
Christine, quiet and the Cowboys are 2 words that just don't go together, except for right now at training camp, they absolutely do. Remember, a year ago, it was Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones having a bit of a stare down during his negotiation that ended with him going to Green Bay. The year prior to that, it was Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, and that was a cloud hanging over Cowboys camp. But there is no such cloud today, and all of the players, I am told, are accounted for. They are in good standings with their contract, and they're all healthy and ready to go. As for how you asked Jerry Jones what he feels about that, I asked him what it's like to go into a camp. He admits he likes to stir things up. I asked him if it was a conscientious effort this time around to keep things kind of quiet.
I have been guilty of stirring it up, and you guys helped me. and we have been a great team. I promise you that for the last 30-something years. And so that does happen, and it is good. I don't believe it makes one iota worth of difference on whether or not we block the guy or go off tackle. But I do like the perception that we've had a quite uneventful off season, and let's see how we can work in that. Perception is big. Perception is big. But what I will tell you is I don't plan on doing anything around here for the next few days to stir anything up.
Brian Schottenheimer wants to make clear that just because it's quiet doesn't mean they haven't been harder at work. Obviously, the Cowboys revamped their entire defensive side of the football, starting with their defensive coordinator, first-year guy Christian Parker, who they brought in. So they were working on his staff. Obviously, in free agency, they keyed on some big defensive players to help on that side of the ball, as well as in the draft. And I know, Christine, that Jerry Jones just said there that he doesn't plan over the next few days to stir it up, but there might be some drama down the line here with the Cowboys, maybe in a very good way. Jones saying that he is very much willing right now to deal a top pick to bring in one more star who could put this team over the edge in their pursuit of a Super Bowl.
You should see Kevin Negandi's face right now. We'll see if no bad drama means a better season. The Cowboys are in Oxnard until August 18th, including a scrimmage with the Saints. Lindsay, thank you.
Look away, Cowboys fans. To many of you, this is hideous. It has been 30 seasons since the Cowboys have made it to the NFC title game, the longest active drought in the conference. The Cowboys have a 12% chance to make the conference championship game per ESPN analytics. So we're saying there's a chance. Darren Orlovsky back with us.
This guy gets LeBron and Jalen Carter in one week, and all of a sudden, Dallas fans watch out.
Not at all. Right, listen, we hit the ball right down the fairway. It stays right there. We don't go in the woods. How realistic are the Super Bowl expectations when you take a look at this Cowboys team this year?
I don't find Super Bowl expectations realistic. Playoff expectations, absolutely.
Okay.
One, what version of George Pickens do they get? Because he was sensational last year and playing for that long-term contract. So do we get another repeat performance out of him? Dak's going to play at a high level. CeeDee Lamb, this offensive line will be very good. And then how good really is this defense going to be with the addition of a Caleb Downs, who they drafted out of Ohio State, or Malachi Lawrence, that defensive end out of Central Florida? If those two rookies are really good and really impactful rookies, I think this defense is going to get markedly better quick. If the defense is average, with the offense playing the way it did last year, that's a playoff football team. I just think the NFC is so top-heavy, specifically with the Rams, Seattle, and San Francisco, and Philly very much so at the top. Super Bowl is a little bit of a stretch with what that defense, I think, still should be.
Yeah, Cowboys, by the way, not even favorites to come out of the NFC East right now.
All right, the Steelers opened up training camp today with all eyes on a 42-year-old quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. He said this season will be his last, quote, rodeo. It is year number 22 for the quarterback. He spoke earlier today. Take a listen.
No, zero debate. Zero. Last year, it felt way more dramatic to me, like, oh, it's my last, arrival to training camp. And this year, it doesn't feel anything. I really don't. I'm just happy to be out here with the guys.
All right, so it's his last season. What are your expectations for the 42-year-old this season?
He's going to play well, and they're going to be a good football team. He's a Hall of Famer. He played well last year. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do I think they are going to matter in the AFC playoffs and making an AFC championship or Super Bowl run? Absolutely not. I still think, and I have too much respect for the way that they go about their business and Mike McCarthy as a coach, to sit here and tell everybody that they're going to be 5-12. I think they're going to be what they have been for the past couple seasons, flirting at 10-7 or 9-8 and making the playoffs as that 7th seed, and then more than likely being a one-and-done team. We'll see if I'm wrong. How much that DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman Jr. connection with Aaron blossoms will go a long way determining how much they actually matter. But they'll be a good football team, but not great.
Okay, and DK also said he doesn't know if it's actually his last rodeo. We'll see if we see Aaron Rodgers next season as well.
No! I can't believe you just said that. America is on her. It is on her.
Don't do that. All right, let's go to a team that has a quarterback controversy. That is in the NFC North. J.J. McCarthy battling Kyler Murray for the starting job in Minnesota. The Vikings signed Murray on a one-year deal after he spent 7 years with the Cardinals. Here's head coach Kevin O'Connell on his quarterback situation.
I feel very good about our plan. Both Kyler and JJ will take reps with the first team. They'll also take reps with the second group, and I think that gives different layers to the evaluation as well. We want an elevator at the quarterback position, and I know both guys will feel like they've got an opportunity to compete, and they both know, and everybody on our team knows we're going to do what's best to give us the best possible chance to be a really good football team this year.
I'm really glad we have you here for this question as a quarterback. What will this quarterback battle come down to here over the next few weeks?
Who allows the guy that we just heard talk, Kevin O'Connell, to be the star? Kevin O'Connell's the star of this organization when it comes to their offense. The way that he creates the plays, the quarterback, just let the play win, essentially. Second thing is, who gets Justin Jefferson the ball the best and the most? He's the best player on the team. He's one of the stars and faces of this league. That's been the struggle last year, was the quarterback just would not consistently see Justin Jefferson the way that Kevin O'Connell wanted them to see him. And it's interesting to hear Kevin O'Connell, I'll speak directly to Kyler Murray, use the word elevator, because I think the biggest challenge for Kyler Murray is going to be, I just want you to be a ball distributor. I don't need you to be a playmaker. And I think a lot of times we correlate elevator with playmaker. You got to go do something above and beyond. No, you don't. Kevin O'Connell was hired and is one of the great coaches in our league because how smart he is and how he schemes people open. I just need you to hit that guy on a consistent basis. The quarterback that does that the best, the most, he's going to be the easy decision.
All right, I know that you're not officially back, but you are back today, and I want to talk about something that you did today because you contributed to GeoSports.
Oh, yes.
And you and your family came up with the 5 questions.
We did.
On GeoSports. How did that happen?
What a cool experience. So we started to play that probably a month or 6 weeks ago. And we play it every morning now, especially now that my sons have cell phones. And so Frank Michael Smith, who I believe started and created, reached out to me and said, hey, I see you and your sons play. Do you guys want to create your own questions? Absolutely jumped on it. And so my wife created a question. Kevin, unsurprisingly, she created a question around Philly and thought of Allen Iverson.
Smart. Absolutely.
My daughter's favorite athlete of all time is Alex Morgan, American soccer player. So she created a question around Alex Morgan. I did myself naturally. I had a son also do Cooper DeJean because Eagles sports, and then a son did Novak Djokovic.
That's so good. That
cool.
is so stinking good. You got nervous when I said we got to talk about you. Why was that?
Yeah, it's another day.
Okay.
It's another day.
Good to see you, Danielle.
Great to see you guys.
That's the good stuff.
Another month. Thank you. Very cool. Thank you.
All right, let's go to the NBA, where Draymond Green has agreed to return to the Warriors. 1 year, $27.7 million deal. He turned down his $27.6 million player option to give Golden State flexibility to chase LeBron James. After the King decided to go to Philly, the Warriors bringing back the 36-year-old Green. Warriors reporter Anthony Slater joining us now. So, Anthony, as expected, Draymond back in the fold. What does this now mean for the Warriors as this slow offseason continues in the Bay Area?
Yeah, to me, this is a glaring sign that the Warriors are prioritizing future flexibility over, maximizing the exact moment, the best this roster can be. Because they would have given Draymond Green, a multi-year deal, maybe around 20-ish per year if LeBron James would have come. And that would have lowered his salary now to help fit in, a better roster in this moment. But because they couldn't get LeBron, they would rather have him on an expiring 1 year, $27.6 million deal. That's the exact same as the player option, because that keeps their books extremely clean beyond the season. It's a more tradable deal, and they're looking at options on how to improve come January, February, next summer, and beyond. And they just felt Draymond Green on an expiring deal like this allows them to do that easier.
So as the dust settles here with LeBron not choosing the Warriors, what are you hearing about Golden State's failed pursuit of LeBron James?
I talked to Steve Kerr a couple days ago. It'll be a story coming out on ESPN.com, I believe Thursday. And one of the things I asked him about was the LeBron pursuit. Remember, he had the viral video where he was saying, oh, we got him. I mean, clearly he was joking in that video, but, I got a quote right here where, Steve said, I didn't even think we were realistically in the running for LeBron. It's just that everyone kept saying we were. It never seemed serious to me despite all the reports. Steve told me he never talked to LeBron during this process. I always felt from the Warriors over the last 2 weeks, the pessimism growing that LeBron was ultimately going to choose them. And the reality is, when you when I've been talking to them about their planning recently, it's all been without LeBron James in the fold. They said they'd keep a roster spot open if he chose them, but they brought back Kristaps Porzingis, brought back Al Horford, brought back DeAnthony Melton, and they're running back a short-term version of its older core that won 37 games a season ago, and again, prioritizing future flexibility.
Keep in mind, Draymond going into year 15 in Golden State. It's year 18 upcoming for Steph Curry. Anthony, thank you so much. Here's a PTI on what they want the Warriors and other teams to do after missing out on the King.
All right, Wilbon, what should LeBron's failed suitors do now? And let's start with Golden State.
Ooh, Golden State. They got to figure out what to do because you still got the great Steph Curry. And you have Draymond Green, who you just signed for a one-year deal. You got Jimmy Butler when he can come back from injury. Tony, I'd like to have, seen LeBron go there because I just want to root. I want to root for those dudes. Without that, I don't know what Golden State does. They have a big decision to make. We're not going to get a haul for Steph at this point at 38 years old. They're not. But I'm one of those people who I've gotten to know Steph Curry over the past 10, 12, 14 years. And I'm appreciative of being in Northern California, seeing what he means to that community and what it means to him. And I just cannot see him leaving. He could go to Charlotte and go home, and nobody better say a word. He's earned that right. But Steph Curry, This is not having a profile. Steph Curry is, I'm going to say this, a deity in Northern California where he has given blood, sweat, tears, and dollars. And you have people like Buster Posey and Peyton Manning and Matt Fitzgerald, people from other sports. They come to Northern California to join in anything Steph Curry's in to raise money and raise efforts in that community. I can't see him going. I just can't.
Yeah, I am sure you're right that he is a deity in Northern California, in San Francisco, Oakland, places like that. I'm sure he is. But he's also the most popular player in the league around the country.
True.
He's never made a bad move in the NBA. It is not like LeBron or Kevin Durant that have their haters and their detractors because they have been, at times, abrasive in the eyes of the public. Steph Curry's never been that. We have talked about, I'm going to go through the bell by a lot. We have talked about LeBron chasing rings, and we have both agreed there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you should be doing. Steph Curry, if he wants to leave, and I'm not saying he wants to, if he wants to leave, there are three teams that come to mind immediately that need a high-scoring guard. One is San Antonio, one is Boston, and what is the third one? One is Miami. And they could use him. They could be good enough. If we talk about how LeBron makes somebody a championship contender, Steph Curry could make those teams championship contenders. Now, he's already got 4 rings. His legacy is set. He may not want to do it. The other part is Charlotte. We talked about LeBron closing the circle by going home to Cleveland. Well, Steph Curry could do the same thing going home to Charlotte, where he grew up, where his dad calls games and where his dad's number 30 hangs from the rafters. He could do that. And I don't begrudge him anything. I know your position is he will stay out there. I am just suggesting, and Golden State will let him go because he has earned that. And they want any party to be amicable. They want it to be amicable. And it might be better to get on with the next iteration of the Warriors because I believe not getting LeBron sunk this one.
It might just have done that, Tony. By the way, I met Matt Fitzpatrick, of course, Matty Fitz at Northwestern now, golfer. Tony, he's earned the right to do whatever he wants. I'm just saying, I think as somebody looking in from the outside, he wants to stay there, I think. And by the way, Tony, there are a great many athletes who've stayed. Yes, LeBron does this thing he's earned the right to do. But then Kobe Bryant stayed where he was. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, they stayed where they were. It's going to be interesting to see. I like going to San Francisco. I like seeing Steph Curry play right there. That's it. We're done. Back to you.
Men, thank you so much. Still ahead, Indiana was the big surprise in college football last year. A whole different story now as the front runner. Pete Thamel has the outlook, and keep an eye on their new quarterback. I like him a lot.
We also have a new quarterback.
Who,
Miami does.
I like him too. Mensa?
Yes, he's great. He's great.
He's really
Hopefully he can be Indiana this year.
The small peanut is full of surprises, like 7 grams of protein per serving, and the flavor really piles up. Planters nuts. There's a lot in a little peanut.
When a Crispier McCrispy strip is created, only the best sauce will do. Behold, chicken Caesarea greatness. Caesar sauce at McDonald's for a limited time.
Being a business owner takes hard work and a whole lot of miles. So we needed a serious business card that could go the distance. We chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With unlimited double miles on every purchase, we earn rewards on all the things we need to grow our business. Delicious. So good. And with big purchasing power, we can spend more and earn more. So we redeemed miles to travel the country and partner with new stores.
What's in your wallet?
Hey, that's my line. And a blue moon.
Wow, that is a delicious looking orange slice.
You know, that's actually my son's slice. Go ahead, you can take a bite.
No!
Just kidding.
That was a really good one. The larger one is the dad.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
The 2027 Kia Seltos.
Kia, movement that inspires.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the Big Crispy Chicken Sandwich that's so big, the McDonald's McCrispy has nowhere to hide. Oh, never mind. It was hiding right there. Hey, little fella. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Did you know you can get a free phone and nationwide 5G when you join Cricket?
Sick.
Yeah, tell your friends.
All my friends?
Isn't it crazy? This phone is free! Are you nodding yes? Switch and get a Samsung Galaxy. Free. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Taco Bell's new $3 melty pepper jack steak burrito. Luxuriate in premium grilled steak and new pepper jack sauce in the melty steak burrito. Now joining the Lutz value menu with 10 items, each just $3 or less. Only at Taco Bell.
Making every dollar count is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. That's why we help you find more ways to save on car insurance. Good students in your house? Savings. Drive safe? Congrats, you save. Drive less? More savings. Multiple vehicles? Savings. Bundle home and auto? You guessed it, savings. You can live a lot of life with all those savings. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Did you know that even with scrubbing, some dish soaps still leave invisible grease behind?
I just cleaned those.
Try Dawn Platinum. It powers through and removes up to 99% of invisible grease. That's why only Dawn is trusted by rescue workers to save wildlife affected by oil. Dawn Platinum.
It's the first ever ESPN Jeopardy!
This is all sports, right?
Hosted by me, Joe Buck. Celebrity sports fans and ESPN's top minds go head-to-head for charity.
What is
This idea of continuous reinvention, I think, is really important. It doesn't end.
It does not end.
Welcome to Reinvented with Accenture.
We had the best time. Until we got even more of it. The card that's preferred for a reason. Chase Sapphire Preferred.
Travelers swear by this one trick. What's up with Mom?
She's been scrolling travel advice for hours. Now she's got influencer brain.
Hashtag paid partner! Mom, you gotta use Kayak. They compare hundreds of sites so you always get your trip right.
Kayak. Got that right.
Mama's back, fam.
Kev, Christine with you on SportsCenter. I don't know if you heard, but it's Big Ten Media Day, so spread the news. They have 3 straight national championships. Jim Harbaugh's Michigan team rolled Washington 34-13 in the title game to capture the Wolverines' first CFP title. And 12th national championship, J.D. McCarthy and Blake Cora were the stars of the 15-0 team. The 2024 Ohio State Buckeyes lost to Michigan and Oregon during the regular season, but rolled through the playoffs as an 8th seed. They beat Notre Dame 34-23 for the program's 9th national championship. And last year was Indiana's magical season. The Hoosiers and second-year coach Curt Cignetti beat Miami 27-21 to cap a perfect 16-0 season and win their first national championship. Fernando Mendoza also took home the Heisman Trophy. Illinois coach Brett Bielema touted the Big Ten's philosophy earlier today.
And I just think about it now, everybody's going to have, opinions, and obviously they're going to draw the Big Ten, SEC, and all that goes around about that. But to sit in the room with both of those guys, I think with Tony and the vision and experience that he has, and to be in the room where Sankey, I know he's got to protect the SEC, and they kind of want to live in 2005 forever. But I think the forward thinking of where we are in college football is an awesome thing.
Brett, you just said something earlier about the SEC wanting to live in 2005 forever. Can you just explain what you mean by that?
Well, I think I just made the headline, right?
Let's welcome in Pete Thamel from Big Ten Media Days for more. So the Big Ten, as I mentioned, has the last three natties. Indy, of course, the last one. Put into perspective what the Big Ten has done the last 3 years.
Well, Christine, perspective was easy today at the podium here at Big Ten Media Days. Directly to Tony Petitti, the commissioner's right, were 3 glistening trophies. The Big Ten, often staid and understated, felt a little chesty today here. They did not shy away from mentioning the 4-0 record that they've had against the SEC and CFP games recently. Tony Petitti pointed out that in the 12-team era, the Big Ten has twice as many wins, 11, and then what he called the next best conference. So the Big Ten's feeling out. Brett Bielema, the often outspoken Illinois coach, delightfully so, by the way, made sure to point out to the SEC, their friends in the South, that this isn't 2005 anymore. You can't be stuck in 2005. As college athletics have pivoted, the Big Ten has capitalized.
I'm sure
We've seen that here today with the trophies as evidence.
I'm sure Greg Sankey was very happy to hear all of that. Let's stay in the Big Ten. Ohio State entered a corporate partnership with JPMorgan Chase that includes jersey patches for all 36 Buckeye teams. It ends up being about $17 million per year for the athletic program. So what more can you share about how this impacts college football or college sports as a whole?
Christine, I want the corporate world to open. I'm open for a pocket square NIL deal if anyone's interested in them, because these are becoming quite lucrative. Ohio State announces in the morning this deal with Chase. It's going to be in the neighborhood of $17 million a year. And by noon, it was old news because Notre Dame announced one with SoFi that's going to be in the neighborhood of an ABV of $18 to $20 million a year. Look, college football has become increasingly expensive. The biggest expenses used to be for the head coach and the coaching staff and the athletics offices. Now they're paying the talent, and in order to pay the talent, the cost is huge. Rosters are up towards $50 million at some of the blue blood schools this year, and these types of sponsorships, people never would have thought of Notre Dame, those beautiful classic uniforms, having an ad on it, but this is just to simply put a way to pay the players and a way to access money that may not have been necessary in past years when it only cost a scholarship and a little meal money, what you got during your volleyball career, Christine.
I was going to say, I'm also up for any NIL deals. If anybody wants to come my way with JPMorgan Chase, I'm also down. Pete Thamel, thank you very much.
Go get paid. Ahead, like Indiana, the Bears stun the NFL. Can Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson run it back? We've got Aaron Dolan's win totals. I think that's going to surprise you after this.
We transformed customer service with AI.
The key is getting all your data together.
It takes about 18 months.
Probably longer.
No. We have IBM. Our AI is using our data right now.
Right.
We didn't have to move any of it.
Let's create small to business. IBM.
Spider-Man approaching.
In 2 days.
Spider-Man approaching. Spider-Man approaching.
Spider-Man's in the facility.
No way, that's crazy.
Spider-Man, brand new day, rated PG-13, Thursday.
Most snacks are just air, but not Planters nuts. Our peanuts have 7 grams of protein per serving and flavor that really hits. Now that's a snack with substance. Planters nuts. There's a lot in a little peanut.
With Kalshi, you can trade on anything.
Man, tell them something they don't know. Like I'm from Greece.
Looking good, Johnny-O!
Said everything's alright.
Hello, comes home.
90 calories, 2.6 carbs. The only lighter than light beer that's worthy of being called Corona. Welcome to the premier side of life.
Pronamel, clinical enamel strength, can help us to keep our enamel for a lifetime. It's backed by science. It is clinically proven to strengthen our teeth. I would recommend this toothpaste to everybody. It's really an amazing product.
At Popeyes, we gave shrimp a bold Louisiana twist. Try 8 crunchy butterfly shrimp served classic or dusted in bold Popeye seasonings. Now available on Faves for only $5.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Coming to the stage this Friday, it's Ned's first team karaoke night. But he's wondering,
what if my flaky red plaque psoriasis takes center stage?
Next up, we have Ned. Hey, hey, hey,
Is she flaky blacky?
what if Ned knew he could treat differently?
Otezla is a pill that treats plaque psoriasis even in hard-to-treat areas. You can get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over 10 years. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts.
With Otezla, clear skin could be your jam. Live in the moment. Struggling on topicals? Ask your doctor about Otezla.
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
The Little League Softball World Series is back. A summer of softball. See the smiles that only Little League can bring. Little League Softball World Series, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, begins Sunday on the networks of ESPN.
At Allstate, what's important to you is important to us. And right now, what's important to Blake is not getting in trouble with his dad. The good news is if you have accident forgiveness from Allstate, your auto rate won't go up just because of an accident. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Deep down, you've always had something special. But you have to go when no one's watching to see how special you really are.
Ever changed a tire before? Don't panic.
I just wanted to help people by sharing dad advice on TikTok.
Throw the big fish over the
I'm not a
rock.
dad to just my own kids, but to the millions of people that just need to hear, you've got this.
Welcome back to SportsCenter. More NFL news today. The Raiders enter camp with 3 quarterbacks. Fernando Mendoza taken first overall, veteran Kirk Cousins as a possible bridge to the future, and former starter Aiden O'Connell. Today, New Vegas coach Clint Kubiak clarified who will be the starter when practice starts tomorrow.
There's battles everywhere on the roster, so it's important for me to be fair to the players is to put the best player out there. When we go out to practice tomorrow, Kirk Cousins is the starting quarterback. He's the guy, and he's going to get a ton of reps, and he deserves them because he's played really good football. But I want Fernando and I want Aiden to push him.
Well, the Raiders want to avoid what happened to Bears #1 overall pick Caleb Williams in his rookie season. Sacked the league high 68 times. In his second year, different kind of player. First year under Ben Johnson, Williams led Chicago to the division title, first playoff win since 2010. High hopes again this year. Johnson talked about running it back.
It's a brand new group of guys. We're in a race right now to develop the same chemistry that we had a year ago. I thought that was one of the things that was our secret sauce, was guys playing for each other. We had a really close-knit group, and here it is. This is the time of year where you stay in a hotel or you go on the road for some joint practices like we'll do later on in camp, and we got to come together as a group.
Sports betting analyst Aaron Dolan joining us now on SportsCenter. Aaron, so Ben Johnson, no surprise, isn't satisfied. The win total is set at 9.5 for Chicago. How are you playing that number?
I would go under on this number. I think we're going to see some regression from this team, and not because they aren't a good team on both sides of the ball, but just because last year with those 11 wins, it really took a lot of fourth quarter comebacks in order to get to that mark. They also had one of the easiest schedules. This season, we're not going to see that as much. Take a look at this schedule. It is not going to be easy, let alone in a division in which you're in the NFC North, where all those teams last season finished with a winning record. You have teams like Seattle, Philadelphia, Jacksonville. They're going to face the NFC South as well as the AFC East. This is going to be a gauntlet just within the division, let alone some of the other teams that they are going to have to face. So again, I don't think they're a bad team by any means. I just think getting to double-digit wins like they did last season is not going to be easy. So I'll go under 9.5 wins.
Okay, so under on the Bears, a team looking to rebound is the Lions. Their win total is 10.5, highest in this ultra-competitive NFC North. So what's the play there?
I would go over here. I do think they are going to bounce back. They finished last season with 9 wins, and that was after it felt like the wheels fell off at the end of that season. That really came down to their defense, which I do think will improve this upcoming season. And then on top of that, you still have an elite offense. This team led the league in total points scored per game. I don't think that they're going to slow down on that side of the ball, of course, bearing any injuries. But I just think overall, good team, both sides of the ball, and I don't think that Detroit is going to slow down this season. So I'll take them to have at least 11 wins.
This division is so ridiculous, so tight. Perhaps the toughest in the league, sorry, NFC West, when you look at the 4 teams. What the heck do you do with a team like the Vikings? Odds makers setting their win total at 8.5. What are your thoughts on the season for Minnesota?
I'm going to lean under the 8.5 wins, but this has been a really tough team to handicap because we're not really sure who's going to be under center. But the good thing for the Minnesota Vikings is going to be that defense, which was really good last season. But again, this just comes down to schedule for me. And they are in a tough division, like you had just mentioned. And then to start off the season, you face Green Bay, Chicago, Tampa Bay. If you start 0-3, what is that going to do for your morale? Now, I know a lot of people think that this team is undervalued and they're actually going to be much better than what we saw last season. But I'm just not really bought in yet on the Minnesota Vikings based on their division. So I lean under for their win total.
All right, the Packers win total also set at 9.5. This division, as Kev mentioned, is going to be insane. Aaron, thank you very much. Coming up, maybe you saw the squirrel who had a romp around Comerica Park. He joins a list of famous critters to interrupt games. Guess what? There are 6 at 6. Plus, in a bonus half-hour of SportsCenter, we're checking in on Baker Mayfield, who comes into Buccaneers camp unhappy about his contract.
250 reasons to choose T-Mobile. Ready for this one? You get iPhone 17 Pro on T-Mobile. Let that sink in. On T-Mobile. Take that amazing new iPhone and be like this guy. Look at that perfect selfie. There's lots more reasons to go. Find yours at T-Mobile.
And the blue moon.
Wow, that is a delicious looking orange slice.
You know, that's actually my son's slice. Go ahead, you can take a bite.
No!
Just kidding. That was a really good one.
The larger one is the dad.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
Optimal poop in 10 days. New IMS Proactive 5 for healthy digestion.
Headache? You might be dehydrated. Gatorade, with a clinically proven electrolyte blend, is engineered to improve hydration balance. Hydrates better than water. Is it in you?
They say tennis is great for remembering you can customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
Do they, Doug?
My bad!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Chose delivery over your beloved groceries? Use Ziploc to help keep your food fresh for the next meal. For the love of food, Ziploc.
SC Johnson. New Modelo Chelada Suprema. A bold fruit drink in 2 delicious flavors. Mangonada and Tropical. Both with 8% ABV. Modelo Chelada Suprema. Bring the sabor.
I don't know what they're thinking, but right now, every Domino's pizza is half off. Every single pizza. Like what? I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna get half off some Domino's.
Our first electric patrol car. Electricity sucks. Times have changed.
But the world still needs its troopers.
Are you saying the power of meow?
No, it's now.
You're saying meow, right?
Super Troopers 3, rated R, August 7.
Clem's not a morning person or a people person, but he is an I can solve this in 4 different ways person. You need Clem. Clem needs benefits. Work with principals so we can help you with a plan that's right for Clem. Let our expertise round out yours.
We're doing our best to make sure every Whopper is your best Whopper, but we know mistakes happen, and we're here to make it right. If your Whopper isn't made your way, we'll remake your Whopper on the spot, and your next one's free. That's the Whopper guarantee, because there's a new king, and it's you.
How are you guys getting service out here?
Blazing fast Cricket 5G.
Nah.
Yeah, you should join Cricket. With Cricket, go from nah to... Cricket 5G is on the AT&T network.
The small peanut is full of surprises, like 7 grams of protein per serving, and the flavor really piles up. Planters nuts. There's a lot in a little peanut.
It's more than love at first sight.
This Women's Sports Sunday, it's Denver versus Boston, Sunday at 9 on ESPN, Disney Plus, and the ESPN app.
This idea of continuous reinvention, I think, is really important. It doesn't end.
It does not end.
Welcome to Reinvented with Accenture.
Finance the old way. Finance the ramp way.
Ken doesn't know everything, but he does know if you bundle your flights, cars, hotels, vacation rentals, you can save up to 30%.
Good, horsey. Thanks, voice in the sky.
Expedia, the one place you go to go places.
We got to show you something that happened. A special guest on the field during the Orioles-Tigers game on Monday. A squirrel wanted to get a closer look at America's pastime. Look at him go. It's kind of freaking me out. It's a black squirrel, by the way. The grounds crew tried to coax it out of an open door into the outfield wall, but it was obviously uninterested in that. Then Orioles outfielder Leody Taveras tries to help. He gets the glove on it, but turns it into a flying squirrel. Leave the kid alone.
How many groundskeepers does it take?
More than a dozen members in pursuit, but it evades capture, of course, because it is a squirrel. Bill Miller expresses his gratitude for the grounds crew's efforts.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank the grounds crew. Let's give them a round of applause. The Detroit Tigers grounds crew, thank you.
Yeah. The fans, they're not happy about it because you have to let the squirrel live. We're in its territory. Anyways, that made us think about this 6 at 6. Animal interruption. Starting at number 6, Cubs Mets, 1969. During a crucial September game, a black cat gets onto the field and heads for the Cubs dugout, seeming to stare down the visitors. The Cubs didn't need any more bad luck, having squandered most of an 8-game division lead. The Mets won the game, eventually overtook Chicago for the division, and went on to win their first World Series.
Look at the good boy right here. This is 1997 in Athens. Kirby Smart gets the pick. Yeah, that Kirby Smart. Yes, the current head coach of the Dogs. And the local lab finds his way on the field. His name's Tubby. He belonged to our very own Mark Schlaball, young reporter at the time. Lived a few blocks from the stadium. He says Tubby probably followed the marching band through Athens and into Sanford Stadium.
What a story. Number 4, this one is scary. Kings Spurs, 2009, San Antonio. It was a game on Halloween. You remember when Manu Ginobili just did that? Took matters into his own hands, swatted down a bat, and then carried it off the court. That poor bat. It's very scary. By the way, he had to get a series of rabies shots after that.
I hate this. 2011 NLDS Game 4, Phillies-Cardinals. Listen, Roy Oswald pitching, and the squirrel goes across the batter's box. Oswald argued the pitch shouldn't count. The Cardinals rallied to win the game, the series, and eventually the World Series, and the rally squirrel was born. Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Blame it on him.
Belconnen United versus Canberra FC 2018 in Australia. During the half, a kangaroo entered the field of play and just took a rest right in front of the goal. Kangaroos are kind of scary as well.
They are, man.
Very strong animals. It left after a few minutes, but when play resumed in the second half, it was back, weaving through the pitch. Animal control officers, as you see, eventually coaxed it out of the air.
They will punch you. Dodgers, Diamondbacks, 2024 Chase Field. This is scary. A few minutes before the first pitch, the umpires noticed a cluster of bees behind home plate. Oh, no. The queen is somewhere there, and they're all around her. The game delayed for 30 minutes. They called in Blue Sky Pest Control, and Hilton, that is the guy who was there, Matt Hilton. He was the Suns T-ball game. He was at that game, had to do a job, cleared the area, and he got a standing ovation as he made sure he got rid of the queen bee delicately.
Wild.
Hey, we're not done.
Yay.
Bonus half-hour Sports Center starting right now. Christine and Kevin here along the way. No new money for Baker Mayfield, but others getting record cash at their position today. We got Shefty joining us.
We'll also sit down with WNBA rookie Olivia Miles. We continue in the NFL. That's where we start things off in this half hour. Quarterback Baker Mayfield still does not have the new contract he wants, and sources tell ESPN that after failed negotiations, he will play out the final year of his deal and become an unrestricted free agent. Mayfield's the 16th highest paid quarterback in the league. Senior NFL insider Adam Schefter joins us for more. So Adam, where did the Bucs and their quarterback go from here?
Listen, Baker Mayfield says he's tabled those talks. He's not going to sign a deal in season. He's scheduled to become a free agent after this year, which means he's probably going to be playing this season with a chip on his shoulder that he didn't get paid the way some other quarterbacks have gotten paid. And a chippy Baker is usually the best version of Baker, and he will be scheduled to become a free agent after this season. Hit the open market. It's hard to imagine the Bucs allow that to happen. They'll have the franchise and transition tags available at their disposal to use on him. But for the time being, Baker's clearly not happy with what the Buccaneers offer. They're not in the same neighborhood, and Baker Mayfield right now is not willing to do a deal this season. He's going to bet on himself, play it out, and see how the season goes.
All right, Mayfield led the Bucs to the playoffs in 2023 and 2024. Adam, stand by. So Tampa Baker is one of 5 quarterbacks making between $30 and $50 million by average per year, while 11 passers make north of 50. Looking at his peers here, it's not shocking that Baker and his agent are looking to leap into that latter club.
Christine, our quarterback, Darren Orlovsky here with us. Well, what's your outlook here with Baker and the Bucs amidst this contract shenanigan?
It's unfortunate that it's gotten to this point. I give them credit that they banked on Baker a couple years ago, but he's outperformed that contract. Healthy, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a NFC Championship contending football team. We all know that when Baker's doubted or he has that chip on his shoulder, that's when we get the best Baker Mayfield. That being said, there is a reality as you get into that second or third year contract window that you want to believe that that organization is fully behind you. We'll see if Tampa Bay is actually, maybe they are banking on getting the very best version of him while the looming free agency after this season would be on the table with no contract getting done. I'm not overly concerned. It's just you would love to see the organization and him get the deal done, get it past them, and understand and realize this is a very talented 1 through 53 top to bottom football team that if they stay healthy, they can hang with just about anybody in the NFC. Hopefully something gets done at some point.
You said 1 through 53. Keep in mind, Bucs also dealing with Pro Bowl nose tackle Vita Vea.
That's the one more concerning.
Requesting a
That's
trade.
the one more concerning than the quarterback
He wants
one.
that last deal.
Sure.
And he certainly deserves it. Another nose tackle did get paid. That is Jalen Carter, the Eagles Pro Bowler, getting a 4-year, $152 million extension with $106 million guaranteed. He becomes the highest paid defensive tackle in NFL history in terms of guarantee and average salary.
All right, Adam Schefter is back. What more can you tell us, Adam?
Well, Christine, this is a situation where the Philadelphia Eagles have prioritized fortifying their defense with young talent that they can have in Philadelphia for a while. Earlier this offseason, they re-signed their defensive tackle, Jordan Davis. Now, they've re-signed Jalen Carter to a record-breaking deal that makes him the highest-paid defensive tackle in NFL history. And this could be just a warm-up for what's ahead next offseason when both Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, 2 standout defensive backs, both will be eligible for contract extensions. The cost of drafting as well as the Eagles have is having to pay those players and pay them before they become free agents. But the Eagles took what is sometimes a dominant defensive tackle, Jalen Carter, and took him off the market today. The conversations had been going on. They had gotten closer and closer.
10th ranked Madden Greenway of Minnesota.
It's time for our first break on today's show, but don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we head to the desert and have the story of a rising soccer star in Phoenix. That's next on She's in the Game.
This is an important message for victims of asbestos exposure. Even if you smoked, if you or a loved one were diagnosed with mesothelioma or lung cancer or any of the diseases listed on your screen, call the Victims Justice Group now. You may be entitled to significant compensation. Many workers were unknowingly exposed to dangerous asbestos fibers in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. When inhaled or ingested, asbestos fibers become trapped within the body. It irritates sensitive tissue around the lungs and within your gastrointestinal tract. This causes inflammation and cell damage, and over the years can lead to mesothelioma or lung cancer or other cancers and severe breathing restrictions, causing tremendous pain and suffering, even the loss of life for victims of asbestos exposure. $30 billion in court-ordered trust funds have been established for mesothelioma and lung cancer victims and their families. But there are strict deadlines to file a claim. Waiting to call could mean losing your right to compensation for you or your loved one's asbestos exposure. If you or a loved one, living or deceased, served in the military, especially the Navy, or worked as a boiler maker, pipe fitter, insulator, millwright, steam fitter, iron and steel worker, shipyard worker, factory worker, construction worker, mechanic, or another industrial occupation, even if you smoked and were later diagnosed with any of the diseases listed on your screen, call the Asbestos Exposure Helpline now. Every year, thousands of people will be diagnosed with mesothelioma or lung cancer, which can be devastating for victims and their families. The attorneys and staff working with Victims Justice Group have decades of experience and fully understand the complexities of filing a claim to get you the maximum payment for your pain and suffering, securing over $1 billion for mesothelioma and lung cancer victims and their families. We've helped thousands of victims seek justice, but don't delay. There are strict deadlines to file a claim. If you or a loved one worked in an industrial setting in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, or 80s, even if you smoked, call the Asbestos Exposure Helpline now.
Don't delay. Call 1-800-396-2026. That's 1-800-396-2026 right now.
When we issue a first alert, we know that impactful weather is coming your way. When first alerts are issued, NBC10 Boston is there for you, and it means a detailed forecast. There's something about to happen here in the Boston area.
Sometimes it's about the impact on your life. Other times it's about the potential for severe weather. And we have some of the most experienced meteorologists.
We need that experience. We have that experience. We have a clear, we have a concise message on how the weather is going to impact you, your family. You need to know, you need to be prepared, and that's what we do for you.
She's in the Game is online and on social. You can follow us at She's in the Game TV on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, and YouTube. We will keep you in the game all season long.
My favorite musical artist is Morgan Wallen. I wear number 12 because my mom was number 13 and I didn't really want to do like the same thing as my dad, but he was number 42, so it was like 1 and 2, 12 is less than 13, and then the 2 is from the 42. The GOAT in my sport is Miles Partain. My superstition before games is probably to make sure that like I eat a little thing. I don't want to eat too much, so probably just like a little snack and then just drink some water or electrolytes. The best feeling when I play is probably when I have like an incredible hustle play with my partner and it's just like a really long rally and then finally like you win it and kind of just like hit the sand a little bit and like stop to breathe really quick because it's just like, it's such like a long rally, but like it's super fun to just win those little points like that. My biggest pet peeve is probably when people like probably either wear like really low socks and like you can't see them, or like cheer in your face really obnoxiously. Like Finley said, like obviously cheering is important, but like you don't need to like get in people's faces. The emoji I use the most is probably the heart emoji or like the smiles with like the hands too. If I had the powers of any superhero, I'd probably say to fly. I'm Sam Kraskowiak. I'm from Torrey Pines, California, and I'm in the game.
Welcome back to She's in the Game. I'm your host, Kayla Burton. With its warm weather and open space, Phoenix has always been a soccer hotspot. Today, we feature one of the brightest young stars in the Valley of the Sun in our Future Phenom segment.
Today's Future Phenom segment is presented by Allegro Marinade. Paige Pazinski's talent is as vast as the Arizona desert. The Phoenix soccer star fell in love with her favorite sport at an early age.
About 4 or 5 years old, we put her in soccer, and from then on, it was just her sport, and she loved it.
When I was younger, I was kind of put into like gymnastics, and then I did a little bit of dance and swimming, but my dad had played soccer and basketball, so soccer was kind of chosen for me, I guess. And then my uncles were both collegiate players, and then my cousin also plays, so.
My brother's son and Paige used to go at each other, and it would just bring out the best in both of them.
While Paige attends Sunrise Mountain High School, some of her classmates have no idea that she's one of the best players in her class. That's because Paige has never played high school soccer. Like many top recruits, her focus is on her club team. She plays at SC Del Sol, a club that's been around for more than 40 years.
So in our elite programming, which is the GA Girls Academy, which ranges from U13 all the way through to U19, we hold tryouts, which really are year-round. We have a scouting department as well to try and identify the top talent within the state of Arizona. But ultimately for me, what that provides is a training environment where iron sharpens iron, if you will, to use that term.
Just the standards, honestly. Like, he's the type of coach that's like attention to detail, and I think it honestly is the club that's like gets you ready for college.
Since Paige first joined the club about 7 years ago, it's been clear to Coach Tommy McNaughton that she has the work ethic to mold her raw skills into elite talent.
It's funny, the first time I saw her, I'd coached her for the last 5 years, but that year prior, observing the younger teams, and I remember this bright-haired little electric bolt buzzing around the field with the ball at her feet, and since then she's gone from strength to strength in terms of not just the talent, but really in terms of the person that she is as well.
I love waking up early, you know, going to the gym, healthy, like, I think all of that, and like, I honestly, I don't know who I would be without soccer. Like, I don't know what I would be doing.
The dedication and hard work that she puts in, I see it day in and day out. I mean, I have never seen such a self-motivated, hardworking athlete or child.
Paige is a midfielder and one of the best in the nation for her age group. Top Drawer Soccer ranks her in the top 15 overall for the class of 2026.
She contributes in all 4 moments of the game. The game of soccer is broken into attacking, defending, and then the 2 transition moments, and she truly contributes in all of the moments for a team, which makes her, you know, the heart of the team, if you will.
It's tough because I think 10 you usually think like you're solely up top, you're kind of staying up there, but I like to bring that aspect of defending. You know, if our team needs a goal or needs to defend, like, I'll kind of try to be that complete player and like do whatever it needs.
As much as she's on the soccer field, Paige is never too busy to give back. She loves spending time with special needs students through Unified Sports, a program that's offered at her high school.
It's so cool. Like, I think a lot of the time people like look at you and think like, wow, like you're helping them so much, but honestly, like, you get so much back, like watching them and getting to watch them do what they love. It's so cool.
Being a special ed teacher, I know that program, and I know the relationships you've built with students with special needs, and just being around and the selflessness of it all is really cool. It's something I'm really proud of as a dad.
Paige graduated early to play soccer across the country at Penn State. It's fitting because in Phoenix, she lives on Happy Valley Road.
I just thought like all those like little things like kind of helped me with that decision too, because I believe in like everything happens for a reason, and I think just coaching staff, program, campus, school spirit, like I'm so excited, and I really like just felt right.
Talented, humble, and committed, Paige Pazinski has all the tools she needs to go far in soccer.
Pro, like I want to play pro. I want to be in the U.S. national team. And I've talked to my parents about this. Honestly, I think playing overseas would be really, really cool.
It's difficult to really put a cap on that or a ceiling on it. I think you know, she's got the world at her feet, excuse the pun, but she can truly achieve anything that she puts her mind to, and that's one of the biggest lessons that I think we'll take, you know, for our club and the younger players, is that work ethic, having that desire, enjoyment and love for the sport. But it'd be foolish, I believe, of myself to put a limit on what she can achieve in the game.
It's now time for the moment where the next generation of superstars tell us about their biggest achievement. Today, we focus on the 2026 McDonald's All-American Game. 24 players from the class of 2026 were selected to play in the prestigious event. Some of the big names are Sanaya Hall of Ohio, Kate Harpring of Atlanta, and Brianna Crittenden of Denver. But no school will have more players at the game than Long Island Lutheran in New York. The Crusaders will send 3 players to the game: Olivia Jones, Emily McDonald, and Savvy Swords.
So like to come here and like play against like the top
players and girls in the country and like the top teams in the country, it means a lot to just show like the progress that I've made and this program has made, and we just keep wanting to build.
My goal is also just to win Chipotle Nationals. Like, I've been hunting it down since I was a freshman after losing both years back to back and not even having a chance to compete last season.
The McDonald's game takes place on March 31st in Phoenix. It's time for one more break, but don't go anywhere. Right after this break, we talk to Juju Watkins about her year off from basketball and her comeback to the court in 2026. We'll be right back.
Future Phenoms is brought to you by Allegro Marinade. Whether you're the family chef, a backyard barbecuer, or a jerky-making genius, maximize flavor and tenderness with Allegro Marinades.
Are you sick and tired of paying high prices for Continental tires? Then get to Town Fair Tire for the lowest price you'll find anywhere. Yes, the guaranteed lowest price on every Continental tire. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. Think about it. Why look anywhere else for Continental tires when Town Fair gives you the guaranteed lowest price plus free services for life? Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
I'm not feeling this today.
Hey, champ, you need a new game plan. And fast.
Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. What are you doing in my bathroom?
More like your new locker room.
You turn 40, your testosterone level drops, strength, energy, and drive all go south.
Did it happen to you?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Nugenix Total T2. That's your new game plan.
You're stronger, more energized, and unstoppable.
From the #1 selling and #1 doctor-recommended testosterone brand comes Nugenix Total T2. A unique new formula that combines the ultimate free and total testosterone booster with a powerful nitric oxide booster that works in just 3 hours. Feel like a new man, leaner, stronger, with more energy and drive. Get your complimentary bottle by texting Paul to 321-321.
Who are you talking to?
You wouldn't believe me.
Oh, by the way, she'll like it too.
You can only try before you buy with this special offer. Get your complimentary bottle now. Text Paul to 321-321. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X absolutely free.
Welcome back to another episode of On the Waters and 8 Minute Adventures. That was wild. And that's why we call him the Stick.
Just a massive flip.
Always appreciate facing with you. The decision right now is where to go.
One of the biggest stars in basketball didn't see the court last season. Juju Watkins sat out the entire year as she recovered from a knee injury. Well, now she's feeling better and looking forward to her return in 2026. We have more with Juju in this week's Trailblazer segment.
In high school, Juju Watkins was a megastar. We first met her 3 years ago when she was a senior at Sierra Canyon High School near Los Angeles.
I think they probably say like my ability to score and, just to get to the basket and basically nobody can guard me. But I think that's just something that I work on, and to hear that feedback back is, it's satisfying for me, but I just know I got to keep working.
She's obviously highly ranked for a reason and has a motor and, knows how to perform in big games.
Watkins stayed in Southern California and was a star at USC for her first 2 seasons. However, a torn ACL in March of last year sidelined her for the entire season. For Watkins, the mental part of the injury was the toughest.
I don't know. I think everything's different for everybody. I would say for me personally, I think just kind of getting over that mental curve, I guess, has been the biggest. I don't really know what that looks like for other people, but I think just coming to terms with it as soon as you can and try to have a positive mindset as much as possible.
Slowly but surely, Watkins is getting closer to returning.
Right now, I'm finally able to start working out a little bit, so that's been good. I'm starting to pick up the ball a little more, so I'm grateful for that. But honestly, just been there for my team, attacking rehab every day. So yeah, a lot of different things, but that's where I'm at right now.
For part of her comeback, Watkins recently attended a USA Basketball camp in North Carolina. Even though she couldn't play, she still learned from the experience.
Yeah, it feels great to be here, surrounded by a lot of great basketball, a lot of great players and great people. So
Happy to be here. It's always been a dream of mine to be in this atmosphere, so to live out those dreams. Even though it looks a little different, I'm still blessed to be here and happy.
Today's spotlight brings us to the Tulsa suburb of Muskogee, where Ruffers girls basketball has become a family affair.
Hi, I'm Alexis Holmes.
Hi, I'm Anaya Holmes.
Hi, I'm Ariana Holmes.
And we're the Holmes sisters.
Alexis, Ania, and Ariana have been a team since the 3rd grade.
Being able to play with your sisters is a blessing, I honestly think, because not a lot of people get to do that.
I think it's very fun, and you get to celebrate wins together, and you bond on the court.
I think the chemistry is it's great because, you have that bond with your sisters, and it's fun, and I'm sad it's their last year with me, but they're going to make the best of it.
That bond was forged over countless hours on the court, pushing each other, competing, and growing. They've established a trust that has driven all 3 to become better players.
When I am playing with my sisters, I know what they can, what they're able to do, so you hold them to a certain standard.
It helps if you're doing well, your sister's going to do well.
Exactly, yeah.
So, I feel like we flow off each other's energy.
We know what we can do, so it's just better than playing without each other.
The family connection doesn't end with the sisters. Their dad is their head coach, and playing for their father has its fair share of ups and downs.
It has its moments.
Yes,
moments.
Yes,
But
it's fun. It's
fun.
fun. Yeah.
It's fun.
Has its moments though.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to coach all 3 of my daughters at once.
Finish up strong. Finish up strong.
Well, I think it's tough for them to play for their father. I really do. But I think that eventually, when they go to a different coach or when they go to the next level, they will see I was hard on them for a reason. They'll be like, dang, that's what Dad was talking about. So.
It's him, chewing you out, but you just gotta, know that he's only doing it to get better and accept it and move on.
Go 0. Go 0.
At the heart of it all, the Holmes family shares a deep love for the game and for each other. And when the final buzzer sounds on this season, Coach Holmes will know he'll walk away with memories he'll cherish for a lifetime.
All the laughter, the high fives, the ups and downs. They're mad at me for a day because I done chewed them out in practice. I'm going to miss all those moments. I'm going to probably shed some tears. I am. I always tell them that I'm not, but I'm going to probably shed some tears towards the end of the season. But hey, I got all season long. I still got a few more games left. A bunch of games left, so I'm gonna enjoy that.
Go, get there.
This family is helping breathe new life into Muskogee basketball. And if the Ruffers get back to the state tournament, those tears will be a whole lot sweeter.
Save up to 76% on select styles of beautiful new carpet or flooring. Plus, we'll beat any competitor's offer, guaranteed. Visit EmpireToday.com or call
800-588-2300 today. Closed captioning for this program is brought to you by Cozy Fit Skechers Slip-Ins.
Imagine getting the light, cozy comfort of a puff jacket in a shoe. You can with new hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers Slip-Ins. They're like a little puff jacket for my feet. Try Cozy Fit Skechers Slip-Ins.
Home inspectors, contractors, roofers. All kinds of pros recommend Leaf Filter. Why? Topped by stainless steel micro mesh, Leaf Filter is engineered for protection. In testing, Leaf Filter handles double the water volume of common hood-style guards without overflow. Our product design is driven by relentless innovation, ensuring optimal performance even in the toughest storms. And we back it all with a lifetime clog-free guarantee.
Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
You could be driving down the road and God forbid something happens to your engine or your transmission. Now you got to figure out how to tow the car, where to tow it to, how much it's going to cost. Whereas you have a company like CarShield back you and you make a phone call and everything's taken care of.
So can you walk us through a little bit on like a car breakdown? What happens on the customer side and what you see?
Every day at our shop, there's people that just come in bawling their eyes out because their car's warranty just ran out and they got all these new expenses now that they have to pay for.
Some of the average costs on repairs, for instance, on a transmission would range anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000. Engines can go anywhere from $5,000 to $14,000, $15,000.
If you can get CarShield, do it. Don't even think twice. Give them a call, see what you could do to get on that program because it's going to give you peace of mind.
No other company protects drivers like CarShield. All you need to do is call CarShield now before your car breaks down.
CarShield can save you thousands. Just call before a breakdown happens. Call 800-557-4741.
Save up to 76% on select styles of beautiful new carpet or flooring. Plus, we'll beat any competitor's offer, guaranteed. Visit EmpireToday.com or call
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
When we issue a first alert, we know that impactful weather is coming your way.
When first alerts are issued, NBC 10 Boston is there for you, and it means a detailed forecast. There's something about to happen here in the Boston area.
Sometimes it's about the impact on your life. Other times it's about the potential for severe weather. And we have some of the most experienced meteorologists.
We need that experience. We have that experience.
We have a concise message on how the weather is going to impact you, your family.
You need to know, you need to be prepared, and that's what we do for you.
I am the miracle felt round the world. I advance science that saves lives. I teach the immune system to attack cancer. I destroy brain tumors with nanoparticles. I see breast cancer others can't. I pioneer bone marrow and stem cell transplants. I develop synthetic insulin to overcome diabetes. I create a biotech revolution with smart cancer drugs. I speed life-saving discoveries to life. I care. I cure for over a century. I am the miracle of science with soul, and I live in City of Hope.
When you hear Newsworthy of You, it means we are telling the stories that you care about.
It is making sure that every piece of content that we put out on the air or online actually matters.
The most important thing is getting it right.
People go to us because they trust us. Tuned in to what is happening right here in your backyard.
We care about what is happening in your community.
I think viewers today are very savvy, so they are looking for exactly what they want. And we deliver that.
She's in the Game is online and on social. You can follow us at She's in the Game TV on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, and YouTube. We will keep you in the game all season long.
We want you to get involved in the show, so send us someone we can feature in our Send It In segment. This week, we featured Dominique Sexton of Chesapeake, Virginia. She's one of the best soccer players in the class of 2028. Sexton started every game for her high school team as a freshman. She has also been selected as one of 100 students nationwide for the Disney Dreamers Academy. If you know someone we should feature on an upcoming show, visit our website at she'sinthegame.tv.
Most people call a leaf filter when their gutters are clogged and they notice one of the many issues that can bring. Well, sometimes it's the smell of mildew when water has seeped into the interior walls, or maybe they've spotted mold in the attic. But most often, it's the more obvious signs of damage, like rotten soffit, fascia, or water pooling near their foundation. You can get ahead of costly damage by protecting your home's gutters today. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help.
Schedule your free gutter inspection today. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
Closed captioning for this program is brought to you by Skechers Arch Fit Slip-ins.
People love Arch Fit technology so much that Skechers put it into even more hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Just step in with no bending down or touching. Try Arch Fit Skechers slip-ins.
That's going to do it for this episode of She's in the Game. For more information on our show, visit our website at she'sinthegame.tv. For now, I'm Kayla Burton. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and see you later.
The first game out of the All-Star break is in our nation's capital, the Connecticut Sun. At 7-20, they've won 5 of their last 10. Take on the Washington Mystics, a surging young bunch, the youngest team in the league. 2 games over 500 at 14-12, clinging to the final playoff spot in the WNBA as we head inside Care First Arena. Welcome into Sun Basketball. Brendan Glasheen joined by Alexandra Mon. We took her from the court side and brought it to our side of things here on the broadcast. Alexandra, good momentum for the Sun heading into the break. They've won 5 of their last 10 games. What's changed?
Yes, they've just been finding their rhythm, really on the offensive and defensive end, just trying to find that consistency, work together, and really take care of the ball, especially in that fourth quarter.
And they've been committed on the defensive end of the floor, and a big reason why is Olivia Nelson-Adota, fifth-year pro out of UConn, holding down the fort in the paint.
Yes, Olivia has been fantastic for the Connecticut Sun. Over the last 11 games, she's been averaging a little over 11 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game in 24 minutes. She has been so good at being aggressive, really taking what the defense gives her, making sure that she is measured in the post, and really doing the little things for the Sun, especially on the defensive end, just taking that time and timing herself as well as she can.
11 blocks over the last 11 games for Oh No. Coach Mezion said she's earned a consistent starting role. That is the case. 11th straight start for Nelson Adota in our post-university starting lineups. Leisure Walker and Lacan take care of business in the backcourt with Miller and Anissa Morrow, who has 9 double-doubles on the year. Her last was against the Mystics in June. As for Washington, littered with first-round picks over the last 2 drafts, including Georgia Amore, Sonia Citron, and Kiki Iriafen, that duo named All-Stars for the 2nd consecutive season. The Sun is led by head coach Rashid Mezion. In year 2, he was very complimentary of the bigs Washington has, rim protection, rebounding, and how the Sun limit the Mystics in transition are his keys to the game. As for Sidney Johnson, he prides himself in player development. Washington's had it going on. He says his squad has to box out tonight against Connecticut's bigs.
Yes, I mean, it's going to be a battle of the bigs. It's going to be a really big deal for the Sun to keep the Mystics off the boards. And they need to really dig in, box out, and make sure that they're doing the little things the right way.
These are both top 5 offensive rebounding teams in the league. The Sun win the opening tip. We are off and running. Second half of the WNBA season is underway. 17 games to go, including tonight for Connecticut at 7-20. Here's Lacan, reads the defense. Leisure Walker fires. Too strong on the 3. It hits the stanchion.
You know, I know that she didn't make that 3, but I love to see Charlize really being aggressive shooting. I feel like sometimes she has a tendency to not shoot the open shot and really look for her teammates, and this is a good start for the Sun.
The New Zealand rookie out of UCLA will get into the Bruins later in this opening quarter. They're everywhere in D.C. tonight. Here's Austin. Drives, motors inside, and lays it in. Austin picks up where she left off, and a come-from-behind win over Vegas before the break.
Yes, she was unstoppable in that last quarter against Vegas, and seeing that decel step, she's just right in her momentum.
She had 25 points in that game. Morrow comes up empty. Connecticut now 0 for 2. And we take a look at the injury report for tonight's game. The Sun without a pair of bigs. We heard Coach Mezion discuss rim protection. No Griner, no Edwards.
Yes, it's really tough for the Sun when Griner is out, and especially Aaliyah Edwards. I know this is tough for her, being a former Mystic herself.
It's the 6th overall pick of Washington in 2024, and acquired by the Sun ahead of the trade deadline last year. Citron's on an island into the spin cycle, and baits Lacan into a foul.
Yeah, she just caught Lacan a little bit off guard, just a half step behind her there.
The Mystics get to the line frequently. They take the most free throws per game in the league at 25. And they make the 4th most per game. The downside, just 73% as a squad at the line. Citron doesn't have much to do with that. She's 90% from the free throw line. Sonia, year 2 out of Notre Dame, all-star in back-to-back years. Went against her teammate Kiki Iriafen, who played for Team Spoon. They got the dub over Team Coop in Chicago.
Yes, it was a lot of fun to watch, and really, really cool seeing how many former players were in attendance. Just a lot of energy.
Leisure Walker gets hit on the arm as she glided to the rim. So the Sun have a chance to get on the board. 1:20 into this opening quarter. Mystics have 18 games to play after, including tonight's game. 2 over 500. Washington lost to Connecticut on June 26th. Since that game, the Mystics are 6-3. They have turned a corner. Year 2 under Sidney Johnson. Leisure Walker takes care of business. It's a 2-point game. Two teams that pride themselves on defense. They don't score a bunch, each around 80 points per game. Amore in facilitation mode. Citron flies around the screen, baseline, nothing there. On the dribble handoff, Citron motors to the rack and scores.
You know, Connecticut Sun needs to be a lot better at helping off of that curl screen. This really needs to help on the opposite side. I mean, Citron is so quick, and she's going to be in that position a lot.
17 points per game for Citron. Late with the help defense, and Area Fen playing a game of bully ball in. Late with the help defense, and Area Fen playing a game of bully ball inside. Strong start for Washington. 6 of their 8 points are in the paint.
Yes, I mean, that's going to be a huge key to the game, keeping Washington.
Late with the help defense, and Area Fen playing a game of bully ball inside. Strong start for Washington. 6 of their 8 points are in the paint.
Yes, I mean, that's going to be a huge key to the game, keeping Washington out of the paint. That's where they do their best scoring.
Mystics score about 42 points per game in the paint, 3rd most in the league. About 42 points per game in the paint, 3rd most in the league.
Keeping Washington out of the paint, that's where they do their best scoring.
Mystics score about 42 points per game in the paint, 3rd most in the league. And protected well also. 9-2, Connecticut without a field goal so far. Diamond Miller, who has started in all 28 games.
Keeping Washington out of the paint, that's where they do their best scoring.
Mystics score about 42 points per game in the paint, 3rd most in the league. And protected well also. 9-2, Connecticut without a field goal so far. Diamond Miller, who has started in all 28 games, the only member of the Sun to do so, and Morrow drains the jumper.
Yep, a great sign for the Sun. I mean, anytime you have keeping Washington out of the paint, that's where they do their best scoring.
Mystics score about 42 points per game in the paint, 3rd most in the league. And protected well also. 9-2, Connecticut without a field goal so far. Diamond Miller, who has started in all 28 games, the only member of the Sun to do so, and Morrow drains the jumper.
Yep, a great sign for the Sun. I mean, anytime you have Nisa Morrow getting points early on, showing that aggression, which she's so good at, I mean, it's going to be a good night.
And protected well also. 9-2, Connecticut without a field goal so far. Diamond Miller, who has started in all 28 games, the only member of the Sun to do so, and Morrow drains the jumper.
Yep, a great sign for the Sun. I mean, anytime you have Nisa Morrow getting points early on, showing that aggression, which she's so good at, I mean, it's going to be a good night for the Sun.
Morrow's 2nd straight start, returned from injury in the Indiana game last Wednesday. And protected well also. 9-2, Connecticut without a field goal so far. Diamond Miller, who has started in all 28 games, the only member of the Sun to do so, and Morrow drains the jumper.
Yep, a great sign for the Sun. I mean, anytime you have Nisa Morrow getting points early on, showing that aggression, which she's so good at, I mean, it's going to be a good night for the Sun.
Morrow's 2nd straight start, returned from injury in the Indiana game last Wednesday. Connecticut allowed 123 points, the most in its franchise's history. Morrow did in all 28 games, the only member of the Sun to do so, and Morrow drains the jumper.
Yep, a great sign for the Sun. I mean, anytime you have Nisa Morrow getting points early on, showing that aggression, which she's so good at, I mean, it's going to be a good night for the Sun.
Morrow's 2nd straight start, returned from injury in the Indiana game last Wednesday. Connecticut allowed 123 points, the most in its franchise's history. Morrow digs in with Area Fen, and we get a jump ball.
That's a great defensive play by Anissa Morrow. I mean, really that aggression, which she's so good at. I mean, it's going to be a good night for the Sun.
Morrow's second straight start, returned from injury in the Indiana game last Wednesday. Connecticut allowed 123 points, the most in its franchise's history. Morrow digs in with Iriafen, and we get a jump ball.
That's a great defensive play by Anissa Morrow. I mean, really just moved her feet and took the chair from under Iriafen.
I would imagine this Sun squad, you get
that aggression, which she's so good at. I mean, it's going to be a good night for the Sun.
Morrow's second straight start, returned from injury in the Indiana game last Wednesday. Connecticut allowed 123 points, the most in its franchise's history. Morrow digs in with Iriafen, and we get a jump ball.
That's a great defensive play by Anissa Morrow. I mean, really just moved her feet and took the chair from under Iriafen.
I would imagine this Sun squad, you get some time off from the break, but you know that crooked number you gave up to Indy, there's motivation to get this back. Connecticut allowed 123 points.
Invigorating for her. You could see on her face how excited she was to be in her city, to show the young girls in her city what her league can do. I mean, we talked about it extensively. She was very excited and did a lot of community events, was very uplifted by that visit.
Morrow started her college,
Especially with, the All-Star being in her hometown. I mean, that was really invigorating for her. You could see on her face how excited she was to be in her city, to show the young girls in her city what her league can do. I mean, we talked about it extensively. She was very excited and did a lot of community events, was very uplifted by that visit.
Morrow started her college career, got too far away and to Paul. Moved over to LSU to finish up. Kept that program on track to be one of the elite schools in the country. She's feeling it. Morrow connects 11 first quarter points.
I mean, just incredible.
The return home was worth it. In Washington answer, an air ball. Rivers in the open court. Drives to the rack and lays it in. Connecticut leads for the first time.
And that is exactly what we need to see from Sanaya Rivers. In Rashid's press conference, he talked about how much he wants to get out in transition, and that's where Sanaya shines.
Paint touch, Lauren Betts. A foul is called on Nelson Adota. That's her second. We're off and running in our nation's capital. Sun lead by 2.
Coming up tomorrow on USA.
Let's go.
The intensity rises on the court with a doubleheader. First up, it's an all-star matchup as basketball's brightest angel in the dream fly to Dallas to take on Paige and the Wings.
Big Angel Reese, never the little one.
Then the action heats up in Phoenix as Alyssa Thomas and the Mercury face off against Gabby Williams and the Valkyries.
Williams feeling it tonight.
It all begins live tomorrow at 8 on USA or watch anywhere on the USA app.
This man's breakthrough, getting back out there, was made possible by another breakthrough. A surgical approach that removes the prostate and shows promise to enhance the effectiveness of chemo and hormonal therapies for men with late-stage prostate cancer. That's the expertise of Yale Cancer Center, delivered through Smilo Cancer Hospital. Together, we're powering breakthroughs with the greatest of care.
Take a hike. A rude way of telling someone to leave. Interesting take, dictionary people. That's not the hiking we know. As a friend of the Appalachian Trail Conservancy and a bit of a YouTube hiking celebrity myself, I gotta say, we take offense. Because the hiking that we know reduces stress, it improves physical health, and it boosts your mood. Have you ever maintained eye contact with a deer for over 2 minutes? I have. And I gotta tell you, it's the most present I've ever felt. After a century of stewarding the trail, the ATC and I agree, hiking deserves better. It's time for Big Dictionary to update this definition. Because after all, what's more considerate than telling someone from the bottom of your heart, hey, go take a hike. Any questions? Well then, why don't we go take a hike?
No put into or abandoned in accordance with Leave No Trace.
At Care First Arena on this Tuesday night, Connecticut 18, Washington 16. Anissa Morrow She certainly is rejuvenated out of the All-Star break. From Chicago to our nation's capital, red hot.
She has been so good for the Sun so far, really shooting without any reckless abandon. I mean, she is just really letting it fly, being as strong as she can in the paint, and just making sure that her presence is known.
4 of 5 from the floor, 11 of Connecticut's 18 points. Silky smooth from deep. Sun as a squad, 6 of 10 overall. It already has the makings of a back-and-forth game. 8 points in the paint for Washington already, 6 for Connecticut. There is no backing down by the front courts, which we expect.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is truly a battle of the front court. They are going to dictate the pace of their entire team. How much they're battling down there is going to dictate how everybody else is following suit.
As we went to commercial break, Olivia Nelson-Ododa picked up her second foul, which is problematic when you consider Connecticut is without Brittany Griner and Aaliyah Edwards tonight. Reagan Beers has checked in, the undrafted rookie out of Oklahoma. As for the Mystics, Austin and Citron, the two starters on the floor with Floreth, Prosper, and Betts. Morrow is free off the screen. Delivers again. 14 for Morrow.
Oh my goodness. I mean, what a game so far for Anissa Morrow. She is the hot hand and they are finding her.
Cass Prosper, teammates with Sonia Citron at Notre Dame, coughed up. Rivers in attack mode, uses that blazing speed and draws the foul.
Something so good that she just did there, really seeing how she's taking what the defense gives her and going up. She knew she was getting fouled, went up for a shot, and now here we have Anissa Morrow, again, unconscionable from 3.
She's basically been dared to shoot the outside J, and Morrow's 3 for 3 from deep. Sun, good start from the line as well, 4 of 5.
And something interesting about what we just saw from Anissa Morrow there is Connecticut ran a play for her to come out to the 3. You don't see that very often. They are not typically trying to set her up from behind the arc. Okay, the hot hand.
Ride that hot hand. Sanaya Rivers was taken 1 pick after Morrow in last year's draft. Morrow 7th, Rivers 8th. Splits the trip. Angela Dugalich the rebound. Sun by 4 with under 4 minutes to go in the first. Sonia Citron rolls to the rim. That's a set play. Beautifully done by Washington.
I mean, great idea by Washington. Get the ball out of her hands, allow her to set up and set screens for her to come down the middle of the paint.
Beers on an island. Kick out was deflected. Rivers looks back door, nothing there. Beers, fade away.
That's just not the shot I want to see from Reagan Beers. I want to see her using her body, using her strength, especially against Lauren Betts when the height is not there for her.
Betts wants a touch. 12 feet from the hoop, kick it out, Floreth back into her. Outlet to Dugalich, and that's trouble. Some may call it a dance.
Great defense again from Anissa Morrow. Setting a screen, Sonia Citron really just getting her out of the ball handling action so that she can make a play. And they found her.
Got a long way to go in this game. We're 7 minutes in, but the Mystics, who commit the most turnovers per game in the league, they already have 3. Connecticut, goose egg in the turnover column. Nothing there for Burke. First minutes for the Sun without Morrow out there. Beers, no good. Onyenwere is there. Amor for 3.
And that's something you just don't want to do against Georgia Amor. Going underneath the screen is not going to pay off for you. She is so good when she has space at that 3-point.
Amor's first professional season after missing all of last year with a torn ACL. In the 3rd day of training camp, Nelson-Ododa back in with 2 fouls, puts the Sun back in front.
Yes, and again, like we talked in the open, I mean, having her just take what the defense gives her, taking her time, really setting up, didn't rush her shot, and it worked well for the Sun.
Onyenwere picks up the dribble. That's an offensive foul. Lacan takes the hit.
Tough to see. LaCon is such a tough player.
Yeah, she waves him off. I'm good. I'm going to stay in here.
Yes, she is very tough. Oh, just a Charlie horse there. It's tough.
No doubt Dugalich was not set. Fourth Mystics giveaway. LaCon at the controls. Slows the pace, finds Rivers. Cody McMahon is the matchup. Rivers chisels to the rack. No good. Rebound Betts.
I'm loving to see this aggression from Sanaya Rivers, really taking it to the hoop. Something she's been working on all season.
Backdoor opens for Onyenwere, and Diamond Miller commits the foul. So 2 free throws for Michaela Onyenwere, the former Rookie of the Year, as a member of the New York Liberty. Oldest player on the Mystics at 26 years old. The Connecticut Sun and BuildSubmarines.com team up to support youth in southeastern Connecticut. For every made free throw at home this season, $20 donated to United Way Southeastern Connecticut and the Naval Sea Cadets. Even at 24.
I mean, it's going to be a back and forth battle. This is very indicative of that. We kind of thought it was going to be that way before the game, and I guess we're going to be that.
So far, so good. Leisure Walker wiggles to the hoop, no good. Taps it back to Burke. She's been hot shooting the three, why not? Burke, swish! Connecticut's 4th 3 of the quarter.
Fantastic play there. I mean, just the hustle effort from Charlie Leisure Walker. And perfect finish.
Alexandra the Sun has 9 baskets, 8 assists. Good looks. Into Betts. Nelson Adota has to be careful. Betts powers over. Ono.
You know, the key for Ono right now, having these fouls, is going to be beating Lauren Betts out of the paint. She needs to push her as far out as she possibly can. Do not let her set up in there.
Nelson Adota goes right back at the rookie. Smooth baby fadeaway.
I love the back and forth. It's great.
Counter punches each way. 7 for Olivia Nelson Adota. Sun by 3 in a solid, fun back and forth. Each team is shooting greater than 55% from the floor. Amor operates around the screen. Gets free. Grazes the rim. Connecticut could go 2 for 1. 7-second difference, and the Sun want to slow it down for a good shot.
I think that's the right decision here.
McMahon in a low stance, draped on LaCon. A foul underneath the screen by Washington. And it's on McMahon.
I thought they were going to call that on Nelson Adota. I mean, that's been the story of the season so far, is those screens on the outside have been killing the Sun.
Tricky spot.
Yes.
And that's been a point of emphasis for the entire league, the freedom of movement, but tricky more so because she's in foul trouble already. And the Sun down 2 bigs in Griner and Edwards.
But this is a testament to Olivia's growth over this last season. I mean, 2 fouls last year, she's out until the half. And the trust that Rashid Mezian, I mean, I know he doesn't have much of a choice, but still that trust in her in this scenario right now is a big deal.
Shot clock is off for Washington. And Amor is hit with a travel. To your point, Nelson Adota has chipped away at her fouls per game count. It's down to 3 even. You can live with that out of a post. LaCon speeds, finds Burke at the buzzer.
Connecticut Sun is on 1 from 3.
5 threes for Connecticut in the first. The Sun shoot 58% from the floor. 11 buckets, 10 assists. Just in the nick of time. Kennedy Burke with a bucket. Sun by 7.
In middle school, something changes. Girls start holding back. Not because they can't lead, but because people tell us what we can't do. Lean In Girls changes that. By teaching girls to use their voice, push back on limiting messages, and lead with confidence.
I'm a leader by being responsible. I'm confident. I'm caring. I stand up for myself and others.
That's why the WNBA is proud to support Lean In Girls, a free leadership program that helps girls embrace their strengths and take the lead.
You shouldn't have to do all that just to thaw my thick, delicious insides. Come on. Under a cat? Under a human?
You said you liked it down there.
Whoa, Crust, please. That was between us.
Now enjoy Uncrustables straight out of your fridge. No wait time.
A patient came to us, unable to do the things he loved most because of constant crippling pain from a spinal injury. He turned to South Coast Health Brain and Spine, where skilled surgeons and specialists treat everything from chronic back and neck pain to strokes, nerve disorders, and brain tumors. As a result, this patient has taken the biggest step of all, recovery. We are South Coast Health Brain and Spine.
We said we'd never take our eyes off them. Never let them be spoiled. And we'd never put them in harm's way. As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
There are moments in life when we don't act based on who someone loves, where they're from, or what they believe, because the things that make us different will never change. What makes us human.
Connecticut Sun Basketball and NBC Sports Boston is brought to you by Anthem Carillon RX, teaming up to build healthier communities. Well, the Bruins community is alive and well in Washington, D.C. 4 members of the championship squad in action. And don't forget Michaela Onyenwere, far right. Assistant coach of the Bruins under Corey Close this past year. But great to see the Bruins. They set a new standard as it pertains to players drafted. They had 6 total. 5 in the first round, a new WNBA record.
Yes, I mean, at draft night, it was so amazing to see that happen. They were so supportive of each other. There was so much energy. I mean, it was great to see that type of support from the NCAA championship carry over into the draft party.
They are not shy to share that they still converse throughout the season. I don't know, every player, it seems, former, current, they have a podcast. They could get something sold, I'm sure.
Yeah. And let's not forget, Kennedy Burke, also a UCLA Bruin.
That's right. Burke's 7th year since her time in college. Wraparound pass to Amor. Reagan Beers, hot potato, second chance for Citron. Oh, yeah.
It's a tough play. I mean, anytime you don't secure the rebound and there's a 3 afterward, it hurts a little bit.
The irony in that, Sidney Johnson made that a point in his pregame media avail. Hold the opponent, meaning Connecticut, to 1 shot. In that case, the Sun allowed Washington to get a second shot. Here are the Bruins in action, their draft slot in the 2026 draft. Leisure Walker was the first selection of the 2nd round.
And what was really cool about that point specifically is that because she was in the 2nd round, I mean, she was not invited to draft by the WNBA, but she was allowed to sit with her teammates because one of her teammates gave her their seat and let their dad sit in the stands. And so having that moment of all 5 of them being drafted was just such a beautiful moment because of that camaraderie.
We shouted out the other Bruins. Kiki Rice, good to hear she's back tonight. She'll play in a limited capacity for the Toronto Tempo. Meanwhile, Morrow picks up the foul, back into action. Morrow, 7 first quarter minutes, scored 14 points.
Yeah, I mean, just absolutely on a tear. I would love to see her continue that momentum into the second quarter.
Citron takes a gaze at the hoop, 11 points for Citron. Stuck in mud and nabbed by Morrow.
And there we go, manifesting it. On air, you saw it, you heard it.
Lacan steps back off the heel. Rebound reeled in by Onyenwere. Lob pass too far for Iriafen, the 7th Mystics turtle this first half. They commit about 17 a game, the most in the league. For the Connecticut Sun, Leisure Walker, Lacan, Miller, Morrow, and Beers, your 5 on the floor. Good hands by Citron. They double Lacan. Austin comes up on the perimeter. Work it to the corner. Miller fires. Book a 3. Connecticut's 6th three-pointer.
I mean, insane. But what got them there is that ball movement on the perimeter. They were finding the open man and finally hit that shot.
Connecticut's already surpassed their season average in threes made. They make 5 a game. They've got 6 with 8 minutes to go in quarter number 2.
Just a big kerfuffle there. I love when I get to use that word. Diamond Miller and Sonia Citron, I believe. Yep.
You don't have a dictionary nearby, right? That's
no,
right off the top?
Straight off the dome.
Love that. We love good diction on the air. Alexandra Mond in the analyst seat tonight.
That's what happens when you let a PR person into the booth.
Got to mix up the words. Outlet to Miller. Here's the old board. Circles back. Miller pounds the rock in the paint. Off 1 foot.
And just a problem with spacing there for the Sun. They didn't really know what they were doing and just clogged themselves in the paint.
Iriafen climbs the ladder and banks it in. Kiki Iriafen 5 points. Did that trip all by herself. 5-point Connecticut lead. They're doubling Lacan early and often in this game. She splits the 2 defenders, and the bunny jumper is smooth.
Beautiful, beautiful read and react from Layla Lacan. They need to get her the ball a little bit earlier on that Iverson cut. She is getting trapped in that corner because of how late she's receiving the ball.
First bucket for Lacan tonight, a beauty. Sun by 7, their largest lead of the game. Washington once led by 7. Onyenwere tees up a 3 and connects.
That's a beautiful play by Washington. Onyenwere, unconscionable.
Kayla Onyenwere, at the time, had a season-high 22 at Mohegan Sun. In mid-June, went 4 for 4 from deep. A steal by Austin. Has one player to beat and is fouled by Leisure Walker.
That's a tough one. I mean, Reagan Beers not moving her feet the way that I think she should, especially playing against somebody as mobile as Shakira Austin. You really got to be matching her intensity, matching her speed in a situation like that. And then Charlize, unfortunately, on the other end.
We will step aside from Care First Arena. Good back and forth. Connecticut leads by 4.
Best sandwich ever.
Really? The best?
Come on.
Cheers.
So, this is the one.
With the TD Cash credit card, you choose where you earn unlimited 3% cash back, like on dining out. It's how we're making banking more human.
Jack, over here. I'm not him. Sorry, guys. I'm not him. I'm not Jack. Up top and me, Jack. Just one more. One more before you go. One more before you go. One more.
Because a car that doesn't make you feel recognized is a car that stops short of amazing.
Get special offers on select Lexus RX models.
Serious, man. I actually drive better when I'm on it. It just helps me focus. It just helps me focus, you know?
Look around. From the beginning, America was shaped by the wild. Throughout history, we have recognized the importance of protecting it. This is our shared heritage. But today we're divided and don't always see eye to eye. Except for our love of wildlife and wild places, they and we call home. But our wildlife is disappearing, and when they're gone, we all pay the price. Out here, there's no left or right. There's only right and wrong. Join Defenders of Wildlife and stand for what's right. For nearly 80 years, we've been the leading voice for wildlife, showing up in your communities, on Capitol Hill, defending America's lands and animals. Because in our love for what we share, we are closer than you think. Be a wildlife defender. Learn more at defenders.org.
Sun 38, Mystics 34. 6.5 to play second quarter here at Care First Arena in Washington, D.C. First visit for the Sun in 2026. Anissa Morrow, red hot start out of the All-Star break, 14 points. On the other side, Shakira Austin has put together a career year, 15 points per game, just shy of 10 rebounds a game, 34 block shots, 10 double-doubles. When healthy, Shakira Austin, a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely, and I mean, her commitment to improvement is just showing in through her numbers. I mean, just an intense focus on bettering herself year by year, and this Mystics team is definitely benefiting from that.
Austin's a top 5 rebounder in the league, hitting the three-point shot. More regularity this year. She has 12 threes in her first 4 seasons. She had made just 3 3-pointers. We're finding out in this sport, men, women, overseas, in the States, gotta hit the 3 as a big. At least it's more of an emphasis these days.
Yes, I mean, it makes her life easier too. I mean, if you can space the floor as a big man and then you have room to work down low, it's so much better.
There's just Darren Morrow. She is human. This is her first 3 of the night. Was 3 for 3. McMahon hits the brakes. Dumps it, Iriafen to the left hand, Morrow with the defense. Connecticut comes up with the stop.
Great defense from there.
Rivers with the rim run. Taps it, relentless. New 14 for Connecticut. Post touch for Nelson Adota, goes to work. Lost the handle on it. Iriafen with the stellar defense. Still Sun ball, 4.6 on the shot clock.
And I am still loving that patience we're seeing from Olivia Nelson-Ododa. I mean, just taking her time. She felt like the double was coming, waited a little longer. Last year, she wasn't doing something like that.
Catch, fire, Lacan makes it rain. 7th Sun three-pointer.
I mean, I think the best thing about this right now for the Sun is that they are getting confidence. Every teammate who makes that three, more confidence added as a player.
Downhill Citron, 13 points. He's a 2-time All-Star in year 2. Lacan a swish inside the line. Great pace to this game.
And I think this is exactly what Rashid was looking for, talking about that transition. I mean, I'm sure Layla Lacan was like licking her lips in anticipation. Finally getting to use that speed.
McMahon off the mark. Loose ball collected by Austin. Free to shoot and takes care of it. 8 points for Shakira Austin. In a high-scoring first half. Rivers puts the head down and is fouled.
I mean, great intensity from Layla Lacan. I mean, starting to heat up from 3, doing the little things well, continuing to improve her defense possession after possession. But anytime you have Layla Lacan also doing that offensive game to the game plan, she is dangerous. I mean, defense and offense, completely dangerous.
All Lacan's 7 points are in this second quarter. I believe the call was reversed. They called the foul on Citron. Drawn by Rivers. There is an official review taking place. Sonia Nwede is shaken up on the play. Our officiating crew for tonight's game, led by Mai Forsberg, our crew chief. Claire Simmons is our referee, and Genesis Perryman is our umpire. Again, official review, no challenge.
That, to me, just looks like gameplay.
So this has nothing to do with the call on the floor. This is after Rivers gathered to go to the rim, and she makes contact with Onyenwere.
That's a tough one. I mean,
to review for a potential hostile act.
Yeah.
Call on the floor, fouls Citron. Connecticut leads 43-40. First game out of the All-Star break for the Sun. Since a 2-15 start, Connecticut is at 500. They've won 5, lost 5 in their last 10. And the Mystics are playing good basketball as well.
Just incidental contact. Basketball's a tough game. Doesn't hurt any less.
Unfortunate time and place for Onyenwere.
Good news, I'm not seeing any goose eggs. That's always the worst. When you gotta leave with something, that's always
Inside, Onyenwere remains attentive in the Mystics huddle. Received word, technical foul is assessed to Sanaya Rivers. That's a tough one.
It is a tough one. That is just a basketball play. But better safe than sorry. I'd rather they protect the players than so.
The hit on the arm, though, by Citron still stands. So Citron will shoot the technical free throw. And Connecticut should get 2 on the other end. So all Sanaya has to do is hit both and makes up for it.
Yeah. Erase the memory.
3 points for Rivers in this first half. 1 steal. Connecticut with 4 overall. Part of their recent turnaround is picking the opponent's pocket. 9 steals a game in their last 10. Nearly ripped it free. His last touch by Iriafen, so Connecticut has a chance to make up for it on this trip.
And that's what Anissa Morrow does so well, just creating second chance opportunities for the Connecticut Sun. I mean, it's just incredible what she's able to do on the rebound, on the offensive board specifically.
Go down as a team rebound. Believe it or not, Morrow does not have a rebound in this first half. But she's got 14 points, couple steals. Makes the catch on the perimeter. Shot clock to 5 for Lacan. Fires a deep 3. Long rebound, Citron. Lacan almost had the steal. Into Austin. Jab step. Into the paint. Fake one way. Nelson Adota is